Greetings. Yeah, a surprise stream this Wednesday the 9th of February 2022. Yeah, so I had problems with my streams last Sunday. As you know, we stream 2100 hours every Sunday in the evening, Irish UK time, on the North European server in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and last week I had more problems, so I think I may have fixed some things with regards to... I use Streamlabs Studio, and the bit rate I think was just throwing it in a bit too much, and I'm hoping, among other one or two things that I'm not too sure about, but I'm hoping that'll fix it. So yeah, a surprise stream. So I'm just going to make sure everything's up and running. Usually, you know, the intro gives me time to get everything ready, and I'm just still in the process of actually doing that. Let's see if we're going on YouTube here and get the chat going. So welcome if you're watching this replay. Hopefully I'll have this as a replay because I'm banking on this working. Yeah, we're not going to have any of that Sunday business happening again on Twitch. It was copping out on us on Twitch. So very displeasing altogether, folks, you know. So yeah, I'm going in to have a look at the studio here now, just make sure I'm live on YouTube and just checking one or two things. And then we're going. Our mission today is an uninterrupted stream from Ismir, which is over here, all the way over to Athens, Greece. So we're going to talk about that flight plan in a minute. And we're flying the Airbus A320neo, the fly-by-wire version. So hopefully all will be well. Buttons, pressing things, stuff to do. Yeah, that's done there. And let's go over to Twitch and see, I can see Twitch here as well, you see. As you probably all know. Now,
it finishes here. Southampton 1.
Have I even got my sound on? Is the question. No, I have no sound. You can hear Twitch going off there. See, I'm making hames of this already. Yeah, you're going to tell me you're going to brush my hair, but what are you going to do? Now, hopefully, I have no sound. Do I have sound? I have no sound. I have sound. So I had everything. Yeah. It looks like Twitch is running. So I'll pause it there to save bandwidth. And maybe one or two people will come on and tell me. You might tell me what's going down, you know? Is it stuttering? Is the sound okay? And all of that kind of stuff, you know? Come on, YouTube. Oh, I have to get the chat up here. Sorry about this, folks. Yeah, no, that's not right. That's not right. Yeah, a lot of setting up to do in this. Not too much, but a little bit. That's why everyone has an intro. You know, tell me. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we've got YouTube going. 3 are watching now. 3 peeps are watching YouTube. You're on time because we're just about to get started. Random stream. And we have one or two. Do we have anyone on Twitch? We've got 5 people watching on Twitch. So, oh, there's Akai Lad, one of our esteemed regulars. Akai Lad, welcome. Akai Lad says, good evening. I'll watch from the sidelines tonight. Akai Lad says, I can hear you all okay so far. Great. And Johnny F73, greetings. And greetings back to you, Johnny F73. It's great to rely on you know, some of you are real. You're great. You're always on. Which is nice to... I mean, I just literally press the go button. The go live button. And there's people there already. It's remarkable, really. So, DCS Dux is here as well on Twitch. Let's see who's here on YouTube. No one yet saying hello on YouTube. You know, I didn't really announce it, so what do I expect? So great. Chats are open. Now this cruise, I was actually going to go from, okay, just move that window there. Yeah, okay. I was going to go from up here. Where was it? It was in Turkey, but it was a long flight, and it's a test stream, and there's a big cruise. There was a long cruise on it. So I thought I'd do this one. Quick, short, jump and a hop. Now I'm flying the Airbus, as I said. I have my trusty old checklist here for a single person. All right, single flying. Better get my pages in order. So I'm going to go through the whole thing. I'll go through it as steady as I can. The checklist, starting up the aircraft, all that kind of stuff. Let's hit the fly button and let's go. DCS Dux, it really helps if you announce it on Discord. I did, but like literally I announced it in Discord because I've been literally trying to fix it. So I didn't know when I was coming on. I don't know. During the week is at the moment it's a bit tricky for me to have a schedule. But I said I test it during the week rather than letting everyone down on Sunday, and let myself down. So hopefully this will go well. And maybe I've learned some things about streaming, But yeah, I literally pushed it Discord and then just went live. I know. So I do hope to, by the way, I do hope to, I keep saying this, have a schedule during the week, but let's get over this post-COVID madness. Because everyone's trying to get back to normal after the COVID and everything's screwed up, isn't it? For everybody, for most people. Here we are. I've got the EasyJet livery, folks. In Ismir. And I've got my trusty Toby tracker. As you can see, cockpit's cold and dark. Let's have a look around. Will we have a look around? Let's have a look. This is a very basic airport. It's not. Oh yeah, it's a bit more than basic actually. Yeah, there's no buildings. They haven't built the buildings yet. Oh, how embarrassing for me. But the good news is, oh God, what have they done? It's not a very popular airport, is it? I don't think so. Yeah, so there's no buildings. Is there war on it? Oh no. Yeah. So let's just get the camera cleverly out of the way as if everything's fine. And we'll take off in Ismir. But the good news is I have downloaded the cool scenery for Athens. And we'll have a look when we get to Athens. It shouldn't be a long trip. Under construction, DCX does, yeah. Okay, I like to surprise you. But it's not so much a surprise. I want to come on during the week more often. In fact, if I could get things sorted out like the rest of us, get a schedule in your life going. You need a schedule. I do this on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Have it done like that, which will happen. So then I have a schedule for during the week. I think Producer Buttons would agree. Producer Buttons is now napping. Yep. Not for long, because bad things might happen. Bad things may possibly happen. We don't know. I haven't flown the Airbus for ages and ages, for a long time. So let's hit the let's get in the cockpit and do my checklist. Right. So I'm not going to do the cockpit pre-checklist, but I'll tell you what I will do. Make sure my controls are actually. I'm using the Thrustmaster Airbus gizmo now. My camera's way over here. Over this way. So I can't get it to reach over. So I'm just testing to make sure that it's working, because we know what happens if I don't take it back to climb. After 1,500 feet, the autopilot doesn't really kick in and strange things happen. So that's working. Reverse thrust, good. Happy days. Trim is automatic on the Airbus. Park and brake is set. Is that working? What it is? Oh, it is. It's a bit. Okay, it's a bit slow. Flaps. Good. Working. Good. And brakes. I need those. If you remember me flying the Airbus, I'm always late descending. Not always, but it's something that I've done. I noticed a few times. Now the engine buttons aren't working. So they usually do get working, but not in the control. I'll have to update something there. There's no doubt about that. So cold and dark, all ready to go. Controls, full free and correct. Oh no, they are working. Okay, so when I use the mouse, it doesn't work. That's another bug in Microsoft Flight Simulator, I believe. And let's begin the checklist. Okay, so cockpit preparation, battery 1 and 2, master on. So something here, engines are off. Yeah. Okay. Now let's be clever about this. I don't think the external power should work without getting to the truck. The ground APU unit. So I'm just going to keep it, close to real. I get the passengers on board. We get some baggage. We get catering going. We get the fuel and all that kind of gear. It's great the way they've done this. There's Johnny F. Johnny F, you are quick. Johnny F is joining us, folks. Johnny F73 is indeed joining us. And there he is. Oh, I just moved the camera so you don't notice the missing buildings. That is someone else. And damn it, what is that aircraft? Why don't I have that? It's a default aircraft, and your tag isn't coming up yet, but I'll see on the way. Oh, there it goes. Lonely Reaper, welcome, Lonely Reaper. There's Johnny F. Anyone else? Oh, try and get your camera work, I presume. And those are just default aircraft. Brilliant. Now I'm going to make sure I'm going real world weather. This looks a little bit too shiny for me, for my likings. I like the bad weather. I like a little bit of a challenge. Look at the truck going up there, the catering truck for my sandwiches. Very nice. Very nice indeed. We got all this different things and stuff going on. Things are happening. You know, things are happening, and there you go. Right, so back to the checklist. Battery master 1 and 2 on. There it is. 1 onto 2. External power. Boom, on. Strobe lights auto. I think they are as default, but let's just check them. I always have trouble finding the lights. Strobe lights auto. I think that's auto. Better be. ADRS. Yes, let's align those gyros for navigation. 1. Nope. 1. 2. No. Make sure it's on nav. And 3. There we go. IRSs are aligning there. APU and engine fire test. Okay, well. That's these little buttons here. There we go. 1. There we go. 2. I mean, it's a simulator. It's going to work. You know? It's going to work. Instruments and display brightness. Yeah, let's get some lightage on. Let's get lots of lightage. You know I like my lightage. And I did say I would check for live weather. It is live. Now, at the time, I'm going to set... We get kind of in the evening time. How about that? I'd say this trip will take about an hour, folks. I'm guessing. I'm guessing. A little bit in the evening time. Okay, fine. I like the golden hour, though. We'll get there in the golden hour, hopefully. Great. Lights. More lights, please. All these lights down here. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Why didn't have them in one place? I just don't know. There's plenty of room to have them in one place in the cockpit. I'll put down the floodlight here. Great. What are the lights that are over here? I know these ones. Primary flight display. Thank you. Not too bright though. Nope. Yep. Get the floor going there. And... No, not bright. That'll do. First officer side is a little bit dull, but that's fine. Well, I wouldn't mind the weather radar. I don't know what weather is coming on the way. It looks okay, but we'll see once we take off. Good, good, good. With the one, oh yeah, there was this light up here for the floodlight, which is the dome light. We leave it on dim for a bit of atmosphere. Overhead lights, thank you. All the lights done, pretty much. Safety belt signs for the packs, yeah, that's on. No smoking on. Auto, we'll leave it on. We'll leave it on. No smoking sign. Emergency exit signs arm. Boom. Annunciator lights test. That's just to test all your lights. Good. In case any of the bulbs are broken. And let's get our flight plan. So, oh, there's a fuel truck. Okay, we'll put a little bit of extra fuel on, shall we? Thank you, Mr. Fuel Man. We'll see what happens if you don't have enough fuel. I better make it down, you know, glide. I never have engine failures on my Sunday streams. No, I always have lots of fuel. You always have lots of fuel before you take off. See what happens. You see what happens if you watch it Sunday when you don't have enough fuel. You see what happens on Sunday when you're overloaded your aircraft. You see what happens on Sunday when you don't look out the window. And you all know, you know. Yes, folks, you know what happens on Sundays. The Crazy Madness stream. Right, MCDU setup. So, okay, we want to go to... I'm just going to follow the checklist. It is page 1. It is for a single pilot. Where's the flight plan? Where's it? Oh. Where's my flight plan, folks? This is very displeasing. This is a little bit more than displeasing. You saw me go in with the flight plan, didn't you? Only didn't load the flight plan. Switch stream still 720. Blasted. Thank you very much, DCS Ducks. Let's have a look at that. Yeah. Yeah, 720. Let me see if I can do that live, okay? Let me see if I can do that live. So 2 problems already, and I've only been on for 10 minutes. I think this is why you watch it. The flight plan doesn't load into the A32NX from the menu. I did it yesterday. I had a quick look. I loaded a flight plan. You mean, is that a bug, Johnny F73, that it doesn't load? You know? YouTube is showing, 1080p. I'd push. It's all streaming in the encoder. Yeah. So I can't change any of that stuff now that I'm live. Why? Oh, why? Video? Don't know. Okay, well, that's one thing. Hopefully, I can arrange that 720p business. Let's just keep going. What can I do? If you're not happy with it, you just have to go to YouTube. I'll fix that. Hopefully that's the only thing I've got to fix that's left. So that's very annoying with Twitch. I don't think it's Twitch. It might be Streamlabs. That's what I've been working on. So, is it? It can't be the bit rate, surely. The bit rate is the 10,000. Anyway, I'm only touching at straws here by looking at this. Here, so let's continue with the flight. I'll keep an eye on the chat there, folks. Yeah, I've always used the flight plan from the Airbus. I've always used the flight plan all the time. This has never happened to me before, unless it's a recent problem. Now I may have to come out and reload the flight plan. That's very unusual. So if you don't mind, I may have to take off from somewhere else. I have a feeling this airport's bugged. I'm just guessing. I may be wrong. So we may change airports. I'm going to control E it, okay? Because what I did yesterday is I did the startup checklist so I wouldn't be flip-flopping around in the stream. So I think it's that airport because I actually went from Istanbul the last day. Come on. I did go from Istanbul the last day. So what I can do is I can always hit the Y button and go flying out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the departure runway. Right. Sorry about this, folks. Departure runway will be from LTT. No, that's not Istanbul. What am I saying? That ain't Istanbul. Istanbul is down here. Atak. I know I'm not pronouncing it correctly. So let's go this time from Lima Tango Bravo Alpha. Okay. We'll take off. I'll just quickly get set departure. Okay, fine. So that's our departure. Let's set our arrival to, where are we? Athens. There's Athens here. Let's go set as arrival. Come on. Let's just very quickly go and set it up as IF4. We go high altitude. Well, I don't know. Yeah, high altitude. We'll depart. Why not just keep it real? Let's have a look at the weather. See what it's like in Istanbul. Where's my phone? I got to look up the weather in Istanbul. Pity you can't see this, but I'm putting the ICAO LTBJ. This is what I use for real world flying. Active runway winds are favoring runway 05 in Istanbul. So let's depart. Maybe this one? No, I'm just guessing. There's got to be one here with some logic. Now, we don't want to go all the way up there. We don't want to be going away. There we go. That looks like a more direct. Or is it? No, that is nonsense as well. Nope, that's even worse. Yeah, he's going around there. Okay, I'm a bit more direct. Come on. There we go. There we go. Okay, arrivals into Athens. Let's select, we want an ILS, we'll say, what did I say, runway 03 left, the 03 left. Okay, ILS, yeah, 03 left. Come on. Yeah, we'll do that, okay. Arrivals, we'll leave it as direct. So we'll swing around here, we'll come in for Athens, that's fine. Now, this has got to load. Let's go fly. Boom. And if this doesn't work, I'll put a silly hat on. Let's have a look. Oh, there's lots of people here on YouTube. Lots of people on YouTube. We've got Johnny F on YouTube as well. Okay, lad. He's watching from the sidelines. I said that already. I can hear you. Great. So far, greetings all from Johnny F. Johnny F's with the stairs. DCS Duck says it really helps if you announce it on Discord. I know. I said when I get a schedule going. A big surprise. I know. I like to surprise you. Yeah. So 7:23 in pitch. Thanks, Johnny F. I'll have to sort that one out. I'll have to look that up. Yeah. Oddly enough, when you go to the recording, when you finish your stream, then you can watch it in 1080p. So maybe my bit rate's too high. I'll have to look into that. Karen, 1976 is also on. Hey, hi Karen, how are you? You're all on YouTube, which is better performance at the moment. Excellent, and that's that. Okay, so great. We're getting the same comments in both, which would be great. Do you know? So I only have to read from one screen. Now, I'm gonna hit. No, I'm going to control you. Okay, let's just do this very quickly. Blah 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 blah. Let's not worry about all the trucks and stuff just now. Well, let's do that because for those of you who are watching, some people aren't playing along with us, folks. So you know they're watching. They want some entertainment. They want to see what's going on. I got to keep an eye out for the newbies too, don't I? So this is a little iPad. This is a little handy little thing to call the trucks. Little packagers, baggage, external power, fuel, doors and catering. So all the trucks and stuff are going to come up to the aircraft as always. It's like I'm starting all over again. Now we have an airport. It's not completely busted. You know, there's DCS Ducks, the helicopter. And you know what, DCS Ducks? I have to tell you, I downloaded that helicopter. I think it was you, and it's showing up as an airplane. DCS Ducks. So I downloaded that for you. I think it was you. There's a few people flying that. There you go. You see, I can see you now. It's on an airplane floating in the sky, which is great. Not a bad airport. Standard, you know, it's pretty darn good. Excellent. There's Johnny F there. Happy days. And we're all sucking diesel. Okay, let's go. And let's go reasonably quick now with the checklist because I want to see if the flight plan is on it. Let's just get that master on first. Let's get the batteries on. Oh, there's a little cough there. Excuse you. Batteries masters, please. Why can't I just go right to them? Come on, get your eyes out. There we go. 1 and 2. Let's get the external power on. Let's get the navs aligned. 1, 2, 3. I'm going straight to my flight plan. There we go. There we go. There's the flight plan, folks. Yeah. GPS primary lost. Well, I don't know why. I think that's because we haven't aligned yet. It will align now very quickly. Okay, battery management, external powers on, smoking lights, strobe lights, should I say. Smoking lights. Strobe lights are on order, fine. And we got the nav logo on. We want the taxi. We want that smoking and all this belt stuff on here. Come on. Oh, good, come on. Hear all the people getting on now. Okay. ADRS align 1 and 2 have done that. Fire tests, okay, we know all about that. Instruments and display brightness, okay, if you do all the lights all over again. All the lights. I could do that on route, but let's get the important ones done first. Just so there's no confusion in any way, shape or form. There we go. And there we go. And just get the important ones on for now. Instruments supply brightness set. Safety belt sign, I've done that. No smoking sign, I've done that. Emergency exit lights. That's down the gangway there. Emergency lights are here. They are armed. They're armed. Annunciator lights test. Okay, you can hit it, which is over here. Boom. And test all the lights so you can make sure the bulbs are good. And then MCDU setup. So we go down here. And GPS primary. Okay, that looks better. Okay, in page 1, just going to follow the checklist. I know it's more complicated than this than the real world. We'll call it flight 00, 01, 011. Flight 11. There we go. Cost index, not that it's implemented yet as far as I'm aware. We'll just put it in as 50. Cruise altitude, we go to 32,000 feet. 1 to 3. Temperature should come in automatically. Happy days. Then go to flight plan, it says here. Let's go to flight plan. Let's make sure there's no discontinuities. I got one a while ago. There is a discontinuity. So what we'll do, right? What we'll do is, let's zoom out. Come on. Yeah, it's between here and here. We'll deal with that. We'll delete it on the way, okay? So we'll deal with that on the way. It's a break in the flight plan. See here? Boom and boom. So what I'm going to do when we get up flying, I'm going to go directly from, when I get to around here somewhere, I'll go direct to Lima Sierra Victor, and that'll fix the discontinuity. That's what I'm planning for. Radio and RadNav. So RadNav. Yeah, okay, that's the departure ILS for the runways here. That's fine. Init page 2. Boom. No, init. Bam, bam, bam. Init page 2. This hour, please. Zero fuel weight, yeah, and the CFG. So I believe you can get it here. Now I do, in all fairness, you did say you get your flight plans. Who's saying that from SimBrief? I've got to get into SimBrief, folks, and I know that. I just want to get the stream working before, you know, I want to get this damn stream working. So I believe we can go to the, is the calculator here? No. That's that. Yeah, oh, target altitude 32,000 feet. 32. 1, 2, 3. That's the fuel guy. That's fine. Where is the weight and balance? Is it here? Okay, I think here. Zero fuel weight 64, right? It's CFG, so 65 we'll say. Zero fuel 65. Well, actually. 64.3. 64.3 / the zero fuel weight. I'm kind of guessing here. Or the CFG is 25. Is that, does that make sense? I don't know. Let's put it in anyway. I have to look that up. I'm not too sure about the weight and mass and balance on the Airbus, but it's taking it anyway. 3.6, okay, block confirm. Yeah, okay, great. Okay, yeah, I'm not 100% of the old, you know, flight management computer here. Init and performance. Let's go to performance. Boom. Yeah, will it put it in automatically? Don't think so, no. I'm going to have to make them up. I know SimBrief will have all that in. So V1 would say 145. Kind of guessing here. V-rotate 149 and V2 150. It depends on your weights, etc, etc, etc. 155 we'll say. Great. Okay, fine. Next phase. Or actually, let's go back here. Flaps. Well, we're going to have setting 1 now. Flex temp, I don't know what that is. See, there's a lot of big gaps here. The old knowledge, folks. You know, you need to be flying the Airbus all the time. You need to just fly this aircraft. That's it. Not be flip-flopping around. The rest I can fix in the way with regards to our approach. So we won't worry about that for the minute. Predicted wind shear is on. Predicted wind shear is here. I'll put it on system 1. And we want our weather radar on to auto. Cockpit door closed. Let's lock and hear the door close. Thank you, Susan. Barometric pressure set. I think it'll give you B. Hit the B button. 1026 is the Q and H here. Let me just double check that with the actual real world. The Q and H is 1026 in Istanbul. Great. So that's quite realistic. That's nice. VORADF not interested yet. Airspeed heading alight now. The autopilot. So I think the transition altitude here is 9,000 feet. So I'm going to say it's 9,000 feet. We're just going to go to 9,000 feet initially. Okay. Heading altitude, that's fine. And we want to both flight directors on. There's flight director 1 and there's flight director 2. Speed is going to be auto, heading auto. Iris alignment is checked. EFIS arc 10 nautical miles. I set that back to arc and 10 nautical miles. There we go. Flight directors both on already. APU master, let's get the APU on. APU master, boom. And let's start. Crew oxygen supply. We'll need that for breathing purposes. Where's that? Where is that? Somewhere in there it is. It's off. No, it's on. No, don't worry about the passengers. Crew oxygen supply, good. Fuel pumps. Let's throw all the fuel pumps on. Let's have a listen for the APU. Too far away. Is the APU kicking off? I do like the sounds of Microsoft Flight Simulator, folks. Now we're going to have a good bit of a cruise. You know, so I'm going to get to the comments during the cruise. Yeah, SimBrief would be, I need to use SimBrief because it's more realistic, isn't it? You get the proper flight plans. Fuel pumps, yes, that's where I was. Fuel pumps, 1, onto 2, onto 3, onto 4, onto 5, onto 6. Fuel pumps are on. Air conditioning, yeah, don't worry about that, we're not in a real aircraft. Where is it anyway? There it is, there's all the air conditioning stuff. I'm too hot, I'm too cold, they'll say, nah. Yes. Navigation lights on. I know what those are. No, I don't. I always have problems finding the navigation lights. Yeah, Nork to cough there, thank you. Where? Oh, there it is. It's nav on logo. There you go. It's already on. APU on. APU bleed. External power off. Okay. APU's on. External power off. External power's off. Let's push back. Let's put the beacon light on to let everyone know we're starting the engines. Good. I would hope there's a little bit more than the beacon light just going on to inform the ground crew that the engines are started, because, you know, you could get sucked into those engines, you know. Now, it's hard to do the pushback and start the engines at the same time, right? Because I can't move my hands around the cockpit. So let's do a bit of pushbacky poos, shall we? Now, you're going to hate me for this, because I don't know my way around the airport. It's a mystery to me. It is a bit of a mystery, but are we going off? Oh, there's a runway there as well. So it's one of these two here. So actually, I do. I may well do. So we're facing. We're taking off from runway. Oh darn! I didn't take the runway we're taking off from. Let's just get the. Let's just put on the baby wheels, shall we? Let's put on the baby wheels. So let's talk to the tower. And let's talk to ground services. Let's tune to ground. Sorry, you can't see that because my face is in the way. And request. No. IR4 clearance. Now, request taxi IR4. Yeah. There we go. Now it's going to give me the baby wheels. I know this saddens you. It saddens me. It saddens the producer buttons. And we're going to get our baby wheels. Yeah. That noise you just heard there is trouble that's about to happen. Nothing goes according to plan on my streams, as you probably well know. But the producer has woken up, and the producer is not impressed with my, you know, producer is just wants to say hello. I hope, you know. So let's get the old back in the cockpit here. Let's get our pushback. No, sit down. Thank you. If you sit down over here. Come on. Thank you, producer buttons. Let's let's get the pushback going. This is another one I'm trying. It's never going to be as good as the one in X-Plane, because you just plan it out and it just does it. So as you're being rolled back, you can start the engines, you know, which is great. Yep. Which is a shame. Let's take the park brake off. Come on. There we go. Let's reverse. So it would be nice just to plan it and just hit go, wouldn't it? Because that's pretty much what happens in the real world. They're talking to them and they know what they're doing, you know. You have to get the menu up and all that kind of stuff. Let's not hit that aircraft behind. Let's not hit our friend. Is that TCS ducks, I thought? Wasn't it TCS ducks? Wasn't it? Johnny F. Excuse me, Johnny F. Let's not hit Johnny F and spoil his day. You know. Produce the buttons. What can I do for you? Is there anything I can help you with? Oh God, I got microphones and stuff all over the place. I can't get you the picture. Produce the buttons, folks. Oh! Don't forget about the pushback. Hold. Stop pushback. Park and brake on. Good. Let's start the engines. Okay, so very simple, very easy. Let us producer buttons is insisting. See, producer buttons already got that thing that we talk about, you know. When producer button sees me talking to myself, she knows it's a treat. You want to treat producer buttons, don't you? Okay, you're not going to leave me alone until you get a treat, you're saying. Okay, let's start the engine, and it'll give me 2 seconds. I'll only be 2 seconds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the engine and leave you with the sounds of the engine starting. So let's go to start. Engine number 1. Let's hook outside. Let's get those engines started. Looks like I'm going to be rammed. Okay, producer buttons are intolerable. Oh dear. Oh. No. Okay, I'll be back in 2 seconds. I have to get producer buttons a treat. Come on. Come on, producer buttons. Guests will want to see you're getting your treat buttons. Right. There you go, producer buttons. Very important part of the checklist is producer buttons getting her treat. There we go. Oh dear. Phone comes out. Let's get my stuff here. I just noticed something there, folks. I just noticed something there with regards to my so it wants me to go down here and come back up this way. So Johnny F3 has got better information, and there's falling up, so I'm going the wrong way, which is unusual, which is a pity. So let's just fix that really quickly, shall we? Is engine 1 started? No. Do you know why engine 1 didn't start that time, folks? Engine 1 didn't start that time because, let's just reset it. That's what happens when you rush. Because I don't have APU bleed. I don't have the bleed on. Is it the bleed? Oh yeah, I don't have APU bleed on. That would make sense. So where's APU bleed? Bleed. APU bleed on. I need that air to start the engine. Okay. You see, GripperSim has learned some things. GripperSim has learned some things. We're getting some indications now. We need that ram air, don't we? So there you go. Let's start up number 2. You start both at the same time? I thought I heard the angry dogs there. Is that the angry dog? Okay, engines are starting up, and whilst that's happening, we can just turn around. Throttles are askew. I think producer buttons is changing things. I blame it on producer buttons. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so engines are looking good, and they're all warming up, and that's off. It does take a while, doesn't it? It does take a while. Lonely Reaper's gone ahead. I'm going to turn around here manually. Probably a little bit too soon, but it'll be fine. Okay, let's park and brake off. Let's add some power. Awkward cough has just happened because of the embarrassment of what's happening. No, we're not started, folks. What's do you know why? Now we're going. I know. Do you know why it didn't start? It didn't start because the following. This is why you don't, use the checklist. I didn't have engine start selected. I had it on normal mode. Now I can hear the engine spooling up. And I didn't look properly. We need N1, and here's the N1 now. That's what we really needed. The temperature was rising. N2 needs to kick off, and I didn't, I'm rushing it, basically. Yep. So that's good. I'm going to... That's about it. There we go. There we go. Let's take the park and brake off. Park and brake's off, and we're going to just swing around here and go down the right direction with everybody else. Get the checklist out. There's the checklist there. Let's swing around. Now let's make sure autopilot's all set. That's good. Flight directors are on. Let's get some nitrogen under here. There we go. And we're on our way. At last. So, yeah, I am looking forward to flying the Airbus. I haven't flown it for a while. Now, where's the yellow line? Is it over here? It's over here. I'd love to see how DCS Ducks is going to keep up with us in the helicopter. Will you, DCS Ducks, keep up with us? Is it a fast chopper, you know? Now the yellow lines are showing us the right way to go. There's falling up, taking off. Oh. Yeah, I do notice the rudders. There was an update. I haven't flown this for a while, so there must have been a few updates. Then maybe it's a bit more realistic with the rudders. Now, with the engines on idle, I didn't add any power for this to start rolling at all. And it does really quite accelerate. Is that like the real thing, I wonder? You know? Probably. Get the lights on for a bit of ambience after takeoff. So there's my baby lines there. That is an option in the menu under assistance. These big massive arrows, I'd like something a little bit more subtle, and there is an add-on, but it never worked since a couple of updates ago. So, you know, I'd like it to be a little bit more subtle. It's always been a mystery to me. It's always been a bit of a mystery. He says the DCS Ducks a switch to... Oh, he's going to switch aircraft. Okay, cool. It's always been a mystery to me how you find your way, how these guys and the airlines find their way around the airports. I think they're just familiar with them, you know? Because they're not going... Oh, wow, those rudders are tricky. There's a little bit of momentum going on there with the nose wheel. It's always been a mystery to me, but I believe at first, when they first start flying in the line, it's very confusing. They haven't got a clue what's going on. The first officers, that is. But you're flying for the same runway, so you get to know them quite well. So I'm looking forward to having a look to see what Athens is like. Because I've just paid 15 euros for the scenery. Just save them up slowly but surely. because I want to do a bit more streaming, you know. I want to do a fair amount. There's Johnny F. A fair amount of streaming. Oh, I go ahead to Johnny F there, will I? I'll cheat and go ahead of and the boys there. I'm going to hold here. And just get my checks done. Braking on. Parking brake set. Let's just go to the autopilot. Okay, so after takeoff, okay, gear's going to come up. I'm going to bring the power back from full power to climb mode. Right, at 1500 feet. And then I'm going to hit the all I have to do is press autopilot 1. You know, might fly manually for a bit. Hit autopilot 1. Flaps are going to come up at the correct, well, whatever the speed is, I'll just take them up. The autopilot is set. So, 4 times trans. Oh, yeah. No, so, yeah, let's make sure the transponder's on. I should really be doing this as I'm lining up. Transponder on, TCAS is on. Probe window heat, auto, it's on spoilers, and it's on the spoilers for ejector takeoff. Flaps set to takeoff, it's that's flaps 1, so I'm doing that over here, there we go. Anti-ice if required, don't worry about that. Auto brake, that's for the ejector takeoff. We just put the auto brake onto medium. Nose light onto taxi. Okay, we're beyond there. Runway turn off, lights, park, brake set. Yeah. Weather radar would be nice. Let's talk about that after we take off. I've got it on system 1. Great. Let's start the chrono. Chrono started. Takeoff config to press. Takeoff config. Everything seems fine. And nose light to takeoff. Nose light, nose light, nose light, nose. Takeoff. Landing light on. Okay. Let's not forget the landing lights. TCAS is on already and transponder on. Okay, that's all fine. And let's just go. Right, let's go. Let's rock and roll, folks. That's it. Power, park brake off, and normal mode for the engines. I should have done that a while ago. Yeah. So I rushed that a little bit, as you can tell. And, you know, the amount of mistakes that were made there, really. You know, as per the checklist. Very naughty. Very bold. Yeah, we all know possibly all hell could break loose after takeoff. I just can't get over how easy it is, though. Let's come to... We'll just do a Ryanair rolling run. Up to 50% on the engines. And you're supposed to wait for them to be stable. And they're stable, and you're all happy. And full power. Off you go. Fully forward. Push forward the stick a little bit. 80 knots. Come on. Oh, get on the centre line, gripper sim. You're on the right runway at all. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's take the weight off. And gently rotate. Positive rate. Remembering to hit the right gear lever. Gear up. 15 degrees. 15 degrees is set. Look at that. 15 degrees is set. And the gear is up. I'll take the flaps up. Flaps up. Sorry, folks. Yeah. Flaps up. Take the speed back to climb. That's what happens when you look out the window, folks. No time for that. Take up to climb. Autopilot comes on. I'm take a right turn. 3,600 feet now and climbing. And we're away. You know. Oh, I went too high. I went 4,000 feet already. See, that's that. By looking out the window, I went flying past 3,000 feet. Whee! See how easy that is? And I knew I shouldn't have done that. I knew that. Don't look out the window, gripper sim. Because that's a constraint, isn't it? 3,000 feet. So I've been very naughty. Very naughty. I've probably got a ticket for that. Where's the constraint button? Here. It's up here. That's the constraints here. So yeah, I should have, you know, normally you would have known this before you took off. And that's 3,000 feet. What's this here? Oh, that's another aircraft. Is that one of the boys? Now, that bing bing, that little bing bing there is for the Discord, and you're all giving out to me, I'd say, for not telling you in time, but I didn't know. Right, we're on our way. The aircraft's looking after everything. Flaps are up, gears up. Let's do some checklisty stuff here. Barometric set, ready. That's all good. Yeah, that's done. Nose light takeoff. No, sorry. Takeoff. Brakes. Done. Next page. After takeoff, gears up. Flaps have been retracted. Spoilers. I have to disarm the spoilers. Wow, I love the way. You know, you look up and it's all different. Let's disarm the spoilers there. Happy days. Thrust is set to climb. Autopilot is on. Nose light off. And runway lights off. Nose light off. They love their lights, don't they? There it is. Off. And runway turn off lights are off already. And past 10,000 feet, we switch off the main lights. So I set the transition altitude was say 9,000 feet. Let's have a look and see what it actually is. Let's get Navigraph here, and we are in. And where are we taking off from? We'll just say 9,000 feet. Now, I would like to get the dome light on so I can see a bit more. The dome light's up here. There it is. There we go. Now, there was little lights here, folks, that used to come down here. And I don't know what's going on, if I can't find the button anymore. Or anything like that. You know, which one was that? Where is the light that came down here? I don't know. There was another light there. Anyways, we're good. We're going to climb to 4,000 feet after this, I hope. And start our climb. Let's have a look outside. I'm going to pay attention to get this thing under control. Very nice weather today, you know. There's the boys there. DCS Stux is now in the Hawk. Oh, Detailer's with us as well. There's Johnny F and the Airbus as well. That's our turn happening. There's Fallen Up. There's Lodi Reaper. Good. Why aren't we climbing anymore? Why aren't we climbing? I'm presuming that we can go higher from here, no? Why are we stuck at 3,000 feet? Okay, I just hit the climb button there. Hopefully now I'll start climbing to 9,000 feet. Zoom ATC just gave us 9,000 feet. The autopilot's actually quite easy. I would like to increase my speed above 250, but let's just keep it real. Wait till we get above 10,000 feet. Now we're climbing. Happy days. We're past the constraint there. So I'm really impressed, actually. I have to tell you that it actually did keep me below, 4,000 feet. Only I was late setting the throttles to climb because I was looking out the window. Not a moment can be lost, Nice one. Okay, all good. Just look at my old checklist there. So, we are going to Athens, which is Athens, which is going to be Lima Golf Alpha Victor. We're going to come into runway 03 left, I'm hoping for. And we're not on ATC or anything like that, so I can kind of practically choose it myself. 03 left, Cat 2 would be nice. This will do. 03 left. 03 left. 03 left. Yep. 032. There's our plate, and there's all our stuff we'll need. So I've got that ready. We're going up to 9,000 feet. Let's assume we've got our heading up to 32,000 feet. So I'm going to go up to 32,000 feet now. 32,000 feet, grip sim. 800 feet enough a minute? No, auto. Thank you. So we're going to climb past the transition altitude, in which we go to standard 1013. That is set. You can, once you've given permission to go above to a flight level, above the transition, you can switch it, can't you, to standard, which is so, you know. Now, I also want to do the ATC, and I know I keep saying this. I want to do the ATC. I want to do sim brief. I'm going to get that going first, and then I want to go on VATSIM. I want to go on VATSIM and do it because the radios bring in serious realism. And I really want to do that. I just need to get my ass in gear, because that'd be great fun. Now, we've got a problem, don't we? Do you remember the problem we're going to have? Yes. We got a discontinuity. See the brake here? So all you guys have taught me this, by the way. I didn't figure this out myself at all. I figured I had to fly this on stream. I did. And I'm going to do the same with the 737. So you want to go direct to Lima Sierra Victor. Let's do it from here, right? Lima Sierra Victor. Let's get rid of that continuity. So, back to flight plan. Oh no, we just hit direct to Lima Sierra Victor. Lima Sierra Victor, yeah. So direct to Lima Sierra Victor. And let's zoom out so you can see a change here. Have a look up. Have a look here, you'll see it change. So direct to Lima Sierra Victor. Bring it here again. Boom. Boomy poos. Done. Now our flight plan is kosher. It's good. It's acceptable. Just presume we ask, you know, direct to Lima Sierra Victor. Let's get to 320. And there we go. Now, the distance is 332 nautical miles to our destination. So we're going to have to think about our when to descend, because there's no vertical navigation on this model, is there? So that's all sorted out. Now we can relax and chat a little bit. Oh, we didn't turn off the landing lights, did I? 10,000 feet. Now, they record all of this. Hang on, they were actually off. Oh no. Now they're retracted. Good. Everything's fine. Nothing bad's going to happen. Everything's fine. Let's get him out of the chair. Now let's have a look at the chats. Let's have a look outside for some eye candy. Happy days. If that sound is too loud and you can't hear me, let me know. But I'll zoom out a little bit. There's DCS ducks that we're going to get. Thanks to DCS ducks, we're getting an escort from DCS ducks. Does he have any armament? No missiles. They're at ours. But it looks like there's something hanging off it there now, doesn't it? Like fuel tanks or something. So we're on our way. We're on our way to Athens. Happy days. And no real weather to speak of. Okay. So, what I like to do sometimes is, you know, get the old map here. We've got a bit of real estate going on here, okay? So what I want to do is I'm hoping for the map to come up and, you know, we can do it. Well, yeah, man. Give me the map. V brings up the map, but it ain't doing it. There it is. Just took a while there to load. There we go. So we are going to here, Athens. There's the flight plan there. Very not. Oh yeah, okay. So the reason it's a little bit askew there. We're off. The reason we're off the flight path is because I went direct to Lima Sierra Victor. I got rid of all this because of just continuity. Excellent. Let's have a look at the chat, shall we? First, I'm going to have a look at the Twitch chat. I'm just going to go back a little bit first. I don't want to repeat myself either. Marie Reapers saying hello. We discussed it still to 720p on Twitch. DCS Dust is asking me, do I have the free Airbus Halo H135? I do. I uploaded a few things, as many as I could, because it was showing up something else in the stream. So I haven't flown it yet though. Well, I kind of flew it. You gotta get the controls right and all that kind of stuff, but I have it's all downloaded. Johnny F has the BA livery. The dirty one, it's very good, but obvious you don't have it installed. Oh, I'll do that. I did have it installed once, but I think I removed it from my community. You know the way you delete everything, reinstall the whole lot, but I will have it done again. I had the Lufthansa one as well, the dirty Lufthansa one too. Karen's with us as well, saying hello. Okay, said let's go already. First chat from first time viewer. Jan Stolchilegi. I'll call you Jan, is that okay? Gripper, to load the flight plan from SimBrief, you load it in the AOC menu, but then you have to go to init and press the orange init request second on that upright. Okay, cool. I just have to and I'm going to do it. Thank you for that. There's videos on it and everything on YouTube. And I'm going to get that going. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I'm going to get the YouTube comments now in a minute. Ah, yeah, Jan, you're saying to calibrate the zero free weight and center of gravity, etc. You just hit the empty line and it recalculates. I tried that. Maybe I didn't do it properly. Jan, you know, maybe I didn't do it properly. Ah, Jan, also, thank you. Also, Jan is saying, speaking of which, if you want the MCDU to calculate V1, V2 and VR, you have to set your flap config first. Otherwise, it does not have enough data to calculate that. That would make sense, wouldn't it? That makes logical sense. So that's all. That's all. You just have to have your flaps. Brilliant. Do you have to... Oh, that was something I was trying to start. You're trying to help me. Thanks, Jan. It's people like you who've helped me learn you know, you helped me learn how to fly this aircraft to some sort of, just to get from A to B, really, you know. Thank you for that. Keep that coming. Blow on the air conditioning. Yeah, I found it then, didn't I? Excellent. Hold the button down. Arrow Johnny stopped me as well. Yeah, there's lots of things I didn't do, like setting the viewer and extra weight already. That's from M. Dirk. First time chat from M. Dirk. M. Dirk, welcome. No, lots of things I haven't done correctly. I'm aware of that. I want to get my midweek streams going and just continuously fly the Airbus, and maybe then when the 737 comes out. And my plan was to get to know the Airbus well, you know, but it's not finished yet, you see. It's not. I don't know if it's ever going to be finished. So I want to get to know it quite well. Lonely Reaper is with us saying hello as well. And there we go. Now, YouTube comments. I see it. The bar. I'll go up to the top because I want to catch up now. I want to catch up. It looks like we've reached our altitude, folks, because I can hear the engines, the tone of the engines changing. We are at 32,000 feet. Oh, the ice down below, folks. That's really cool. No alarms. Autopilot's still on. Everything's working nicely. We've got... there's a bit of snow down there, folks. Yeah. I want to get the contrails. Just get the contrails. There we go. DCS ducks there. And the Hawk. Now, YouTube. Boston Elf says, I'm busy practicing the range of the Cub X in the Australian outback, expecting crash landing and having to eat snakes to survive. That's a great aircraft. That's great fun. Boston Elf says, cool flight. Jan Stroll as well. Here's press in request. Jan, thank you very much. This is going back a bit now when I was trying to start the engines. I made a bit of a mahomes of those, didn't I? I got all that, get that. Matt is here as well. Jan's saying that with the flaps again. Thank you, Jan. David Heath is with us. Treat time. Yeah, that was when I was feeding the producer buttons. Or giving producer buttons a thing. Producer buttons is now napping. Do I have producer buttons on the camera? I do. There we go. You keep the camera and producer buttons for the moment. David Taylor's with us. Blackjack is here. Good afternoon, Gripper Sim, he says. From the middle of Washington State, Kilo Mike Whiskey Hotel. And welcome to you, Blackjack. Welcome indeed. Simply Bob, evening engine start switches should be to norm. Yeah, and I didn't set it. The engines, yeah, thank you. Try gave me 7,000 feet. Okay, yeah, that was the transition altitude. That's from Mick Berry. Mick Berry? Or Berry, I'll call you Berry. Anyway, that's her second name. It might be a bit rude. So I'll call you Mika. Yeah, so it should be 7,000 feet. I didn't look it up. I just guessed the 9,000 feet and made it up, really, you know. Gareth, hi all. Gareth Bentley. Is this the fly-by-wire or default? This is the fly-by-wire, Gareth. This is the fly. It's the only way to fly with the Airbus, the fly-by-wire. I haven't seen an awful lot of updates, like in big updates. You know, I think maybe the vertical nav issues, you know, to set up for vertical navigation and other things that I don't know about. Because there's a lot in it. I think it might be the SDK, I don't know. Because the 737 from PMDG were saying, well, they don't have the SDK ready, so we can't implement certain things to get the aircraft working with our usual study level performance and when they release their aircraft. So apparently it's coming this month, February, at some point. So you can be damn sure I'll have that on. Because, you know, whilst I was trying to learn this on my own, you know, looking up real videos, it didn't make sense because I'd be doing things in this aircraft that it didn't in the real aircraft, and I didn't know if it was I was wrong or it just wasn't implemented in the simulator. So it's tricky, but when PMDG comes out, I'm hoping that it'll be pretty, you know, much study level. Let's get a look at some of the wing flex here while we're waiting. Bit of bumpiness there, folks. Now, where was I? F2 Max is with us as well. Matrick. Ted is with us as well. Blackjack 62. David Taylor's here. He's on my screen. Zipper is a C152. Oh. Okay. Oh yeah, okay, you're chatting to each other. Okay, cool. Ian Pollard's with us as well. It's David Taylor. What have you missed? You missed me having to reload the flight plan. You missed some mistakes I made. Because I was rushing the second time I had to restart the whole aircraft. And I rushed it a bit. That's what happens. F2 UMAX is with us. Blackjack 62 is set. Gareth Bentley is with us as well. What graphics card have I got? Well, I have still the 2080 Ti. And I tried to get the 3090 at one point. And I had it ordered on overclockers.co.uk. And I was on a queue. And I waited months. And I waited. And I waited. And the queue was getting smaller and smaller. Then all of a sudden, they said we're taking you off the queue. So it was a question of you get it when you get it when you get it. So I had a feeling that they were going to take me off the queue indefinitely, and as well as others. This is what I think that happened. Because what happened is the price went shooting up. Because it was rare, didn't get it. The price shooting up, so they didn't want me to bloody buy the darn thing. they wanted an extra 800 quid for it, or €1,000. So I was very annoyed about that, so I got a refund and threw in the towel at the end. But I have a 3080 Ti, which is pretty good. I can't complain, folks. You know, it's not like I'm streaming. I've got OBS Labs running. It's smooth as ice. I have it nailed at 30 frames a second. I forced it at 30 frames a second, and I'll tell you why. You don't notice it, because when you watch a movie, it's generally 30 frames a second, or 29 point something. And the movies are fine. So if movies are fine, I think this is fine. So let me know if you think the frame rate should be 60 frames a second, because frames per second is actually 30. We're 30 frames a second here, and it holds 30 frames religiously. So I'm happy with the 2080 Ti. So I don't think you need a 3080 Ti. I would get one. I'll try again for the channel. It's all for the channel, because you want to load up those graphics. Because I'm doing, excuse me, because I'm doing YouTube, I want to have the best graphics card. So I aim to get probably, I was going to get the 3090, but I think it's such a small percentage better than the 3080, and the cost is massive. The 3080 would be the better way to go. 3080 Ti. So that's what I aim for. But they're expensive. They're very expensive now. So maybe if you've got time to cruise, and have a look and see what the prices are. You know. So yeah. Anyway, that's what I have. Also, I have, which is very, very important, to have an M.2 drive. Have an M.2 drive for your flight simulator, because it doesn't have to read the needle off the disc. You know. Don't get a clunker. Get an M.2 drive. I have an M.2 drive for the operating system, and I have an M.2 drive, a bigger one, for the sim. And nothing else goes on the M.2 drive but the simulator. So that'd be a very good idea as well if you're just reading. Garth says, I've got the RTX 2060, not sure if it's good for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Oh yeah, it is, absolutely. You know, you don't have to have Ultra. There's no difference between Ultra settings. There's not a large difference between the Ultra settings and high settings. There's very little difference. So you're not missing out at all. It's plenty good. 26 is plenty good. And Gareth also says, I'm not paying for the overpriced cards. And neither am I, Gareth. I'm waiting for the price to come down. Absolutely. David Taylor is with us as well. He says the sim on Xbox is cropped at 30 frames per second if you're using 4K. That's right, yeah. But 30 frames a second is fine. You know, maybe if you're playing Call of Duty and you're really good at it, does that make a difference? Probably. David Heath, 28. Yeah, David's just saying, look, a 2060 should be fine. I ran a 2080 with no issues at all. Let's go through your comments there. HG's with us as well. And T's saying, what size is the M.2 drive for Microsoft Flight Simulator Gripper? Well, actually, let me look at this up here now. My M.2 drive is... What is here? It is 1 gig. No, hang on, it can't be 1 gig. Yeah, it's 1 gig. I thought it was more than that. Yeah, 1 gig. What was that? That was just, yeah, just 1 gig. And the operating system is 500 gigabytes for the operating system. So the C drive is left alone. I don't put any games on the C drive, anything at all, bar the odd little small tiny utility thing. But I have the M.2 drive, 500 gigabytes. So sorry, 1 terabyte. What am I saying? 1 terabyte on the flight sim. That make more sense. 1 terabyte. So yeah, split them up. Boston Elf is saying, I have the 1080 Ti and it runs 30 frames a second on 4K, 60 gigahertz, 75-inch Samsung. So the great news is, what you're all saying really here is, it's not like the old days. I remember back in the 90s, right? I was bad at the flight sim even back then. just, I don't know why, what I was. So I get Microsoft Flight Simulator, or, you know, what was the first one, was it 98? Microsoft Flight Sim came out, and I put it on my PC and it ran at just 1 frame a second. It's like, oh, I'm so disappointed. And you had to have a really expensive, massive machine, and even at that, you couldn't run it at full blast with all the graphic settings. You couldn't. It just wouldn't run. And that was, the software back then was so ahead of the hardware. It was pathetic. So you're always upgrading your machine if you could. And it was always too slow. But nowadays, I think the machines are much better. Certainly Microsoft Flight Sim, they've been doing it for decades. They've been doing Flight Simulator for decades, so they can make it better and faster, and so hardware isn't so much of an issue anymore, really. You know, it's not so much of an issue. Let's take a break then for the comments. I'll let more questions load up there. And let's see if you can get there faster. Oh, what? What? 166 miles away. Oh, I panicked. Panic stations. I'll tell you what happened there. There was one flight. Okay, 164, that's fine. Right, that's okay. 164 nautical miles away. There was one time I was flying, and there was another hour to go, you know, before my descent. And I was chatting just like I was there, and I went back inside, and I was like 40 miles away from the airport. There was a bug, and I had to do all sorts of stuff to get it down, and I didn't know how to, you know, and there was a bug, so we're okay. Now, I know it's going to be about 100 miles because we're 32,000 feet, so how am I going to calculate my descent? Well, let's have a look at that now, shall we? Let's get ready for our descent, right? Panic stations. My heart jumped there, folks. Tez is saying the only issue with hardware now is getting hold of anything. Damn the chip shortage. Yes, you're right. It's really annoying. Like, you still can't get an Xbox here in Ireland. You can't get it. I'm sure they're on Dundee or something, but they're not in Argos, they're not in Amazon. You can't get the Xbox. They're not in... Normally by now they'd be flooded with all the computer stores. Like, I walked into Game, and they're closing down. They closed down a Game in a town up the road from me in Arklow. They have a Game here in Wexford where I am. And I walked in at Christmas time, and there's no one in there. There's no one there. And this is Christmas. This used to be... I used to own a computer store years ago, selling consoles and computer games and stuff. And the shop would be... There'd be queues going out the door. But no, I walked just to see, because I used to be in the business. And I walked in, and they were sitting there. Hello, how are you? I said, how you doing? Do you have an Xbox? No, we don't have the Xbox. No one was buying the games. You know, maybe 1 or 2 people came in then and started looking around. But you can buy it online. You know, people can't get the Xboxes. I was lucky to get the PlayStation. I have one PlayStation, and that was a sheer fluke. I actually walked into the store again going, how are you doing? They're going, no, we're doing nothing. And I said, do you have any PlayStations? And he goes, well, actually we're getting 6 in next week. There's 2 left. You can have 1, she said, if you put your name down. And apparently what happens, if they get 1 or 2, they just wait for someone to come in and ask, and they'll have to they won't advertise because they'll get queues of people. So still can't get these things because of the chip shortage, as well as many other things. So it's a tricky one. So where was it? Yes, of course, the descent. Where's my pen? Where? Not the juice. Oh god, a pilot without a pen, folks, is not a good thing. Because I got up to feed to give position buttons a surprise. I dropped my pen. I'll have to use my brain now. So let's say 32,000 feet. We're going to descend from 32,000 feet to a base altitude on the ILS, which is 1,900 feet. Just make it 2,000. Why don't I just make it 2,000? 1900, let's see, 2,000 feet, okay. So 32, that's 30,000 feet. So that's about 19 miles plus 10. So we'll say I'm going to descend about 100 miles. Yeah. 100 nautical miles descent. So we're going to be 100 nautical miles out. From our capture of the ILS. So that's going to be about now. It does just say the distance is 129 here. And I'm looking at these rings here. 100's about here. So maybe the 20 mile, you know, there's another few miles of those turns. So I'll start descending soon. What say you folks? So here's how you usually work it out, right? Tell me if I'm wrong. So we're 32, we go 32 by 3, we multiply by 3, right? So that's 96. So 96 miles out, plus 10, 96 plus 10, so, you know, 100 odd. So say 105 miles or something like that, right? It's about 105 odd miles, keep it even. So that's how you work it out. Does that make sense? I hope so. It's a rule of thumb. You know, normally I believe in the Airbus, it would do it all for you because it's got lateral navigation. It does the whole lot for you. You just sit there monitoring everything. You know, I can't even believe how easy it is after takeoff. Autopilot on, and you just sit there and monitor things. Make sure you take up the flaps and talk on the radio, you know, and all that kind of stuff. So it's incredibly easy to fly, really, isn't it? Oh, who's this? Who's this? We have a visitor, folks. We have a guest star. Who's that? It's Wild Titan 72. Wild Titans, greetings. Wild Titan, are you with us? Wild Titan, I think you are. Are you? There's Fallen up there. There's Davo. There's Detailer. There's Johnny F73. There's Skyhawk. There's Boston Elf. There's DCS Stux and Lonely Reaper. CHLOEB, I don't know if they're with us. You might be new, hopefully. But greetings. Is Wild Titan just on a flight and I've just passed him out? Do you know? Now we're going to be careful here, folks, because you know what happens if you watch the channel and I'm flying the jet. I start chatting and then I miss my descent. I don't want to do that today. So let's start descending. 110 miles to go. Well, how do I know that? It's down here. Right, 110 miles, 109 now. So let's move. Right, let's get this baby going. Right, send please. What? Oh, there. Now let's start descending, and I put in 2,000 feet. It should be 1,900 feet. Now, I want to get the 9, so it's only going thousands here. See that? Let me zoom in so you can see there. So, 1,900 feet. So, see it's going 2,000. So what you do is go over here, click. It's a bit awkward actually. See it goes to hundreds, so 1,900 feet. Boom. There we go. And that is now set. Let's make sure. I press it in for the. I'm pressing in the button. So the computer looks after the descent. If I pull the button out, like down, that's me. So I can manually decide my vertical speed, my altitudes, heading speeds, and everything like that. So that's all good. So that's that done. Are we descending? Yes, we are. Good, good, good. Let's go to the checklist. How's the Twitch stream here? Let's keep an eye. That's why we're here. Yes, it's still streaming. Yeah. It's still streaming, but it's 720p. Let me just check. It's still 2020p. Yeah. So I'm going to have to look into that. So at least the stream hasn't crashed today, you know. The stream on Twitch, and I'm sorry for those of you who are members on Twitch. I feel really bad about this. I spent the whole day. I thought I had it fixed, but I will not allow 720p. That is just not on. So I'm going to fix that tomorrow. So I'm going to spend the whole day tomorrow trying to fix that. It's very hard to get any support for that, you know. Let's have reached some getting Twitch there. Davo saying mine says 113 miles away. That's direct though. Okay, cool. Thank you. Should be 4,000 feet by Kia. Oh yeah. Okay. The constraints. Yeah. So the constraints. I believe it will actually. You see here, it's saying 3,000 feet. So even if I select 2,000 feet, it's still going to level off at 3,000 feet. So Kia, I can't see it saying 4,000 feet at Kia. Let's zoom in a bit more. Nope. 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 No. Kia is not giving me any constraints. I'm going quite fast, so folks, aren't I? I hope it works out. I can just go around, I guess. Let's just see how the simulator models it. Let's do some checks. Set checklist. FCU altitude is done. Safety belt signs. We'll put those on for the peeps. I would love to have passenger screens and things like that, you know. Just to bring it home. Now they're on anyway. I didn't switch them off. Smoking should be on. I must have hit that by mistake. Anti-ice, don't worry about that. Barometric reference is fine. But we're gonna go to Q&H when we get to our altitude. Now let's plan our approach. Let us plan our approach. Make sure we have the destination entered in. Let us go to performance. Q&H in our destination is Athens. Let's get it up on the phone here. I'm going to work quickly now because you know what's going to happen. I'm going to run out of time. I'm looking up on my phone here. Picture. The actual weather in the real life airport, which just matched the sim. Q&H is at the moment 1027. 1027. 027 is confirmed. Temperature is 8 degrees. The winds are 020 at 8 knots. 020 at 8 knots. Transition altitude 9,000 feet. That's where I got the 9,000 feet from. 9,000 feet. The go around, I believe, I'm going to put on the radio. I'm not 100% about this strictly, but it's telling me 355 feet. So let's put in 355 on the radio. 355 radio altimeter. That's the height above the ground, not the barrow. Okay. Next phase. And the go around. That's that done. We want to go to make sure our ILS frequency is in. ILS frequency, let me show you where I'm getting it. I'm getting it in the nav graph here. I'll just move over here for you. I better hurry up. The ILS frequency is 110.5. 110.5, yeah. 110.5. Oh, it has it in there already, of course, because it does it automatically if you have everything set up correct. Great. So I got rid of the old other graph charts there. I'll just have to read it on the second screen. Okay, so that's it. The course is in 032, and I'm checking the course 032. Yes, that's fine. So it's done all that. That's fine. Great. So that's it. Anyone? Have I left anything out there? Anybody? We're now 13,000 feet. It looks good. Oh, I love the turbulence, folks. I like the turbulence. I do like the turbulence. Just read the comments there. Yeah, it was a quick flight. It seemed very quick for me. We've been on for We've been streaming for now. We've been on for only an hour and a half. Very quick. Twitch is working, but that damn, I want 1080p. 1080p. So our restraint here is 3,000 feet. You see the amber there, 3,000 feet. So when we get there in time, how much is that leg? How long will that take? Let's see if we can work that out. We're now going to ATV. The number after it. It's very, it's very hard to read this. I find it very hard to read this. There's ATV. Okay, how long is it going to take? Doesn't tell us. We've got 51 miles to go. That's down here. It's very hard to read. This is going to take some study, but I don't know if it's all correct. If it's like the real world. So I'm not. See, the reason I'm not going into this in depth is because I don't know if it's completed or not. But we look like we're okay. We're 10,000 feet. Why is it slowing down the descent? Okay, let it do its thing. And let it do its thing. And we're 250 knots now, and we're just going to below 10,000 feet. So let's put on the old landing lights. The old checklist here we have. Let's push constraints, last week it's confirmed, interceptor heading up, that's fine. Capture, okay, that's all the bits and pieces. So that's everything we've done. Have I left anything out? Have I left anything out? We should have the wing lights on, shouldn't we? Where's the pre-landing checklist? Because that's going to go out the window. Don't give me much information about the lights. Okay, it is what it is. It's a minimized checklist intended for single use from fly-by-wire, actually. So we're all good. So to 250 knots or below flight level 1000 on the F-73. That's correct, yeah, below. And we're at 250, thank you. Keep those coming, keep those tips coming, even if, because sometimes I forget. So that's good. Davos says anyway, following flight plans paths is just ask for mid-air collisions. Yeah. I haven't seen anything in the TCAS though. I don't think the other players turn up in the TCAS because I haven't seen. Lots of people are flying right by me. And I haven't seen anything in the TCAS. Now, also, sometimes people disappear. It's just Flight Simulator does that. See, I'm on my own now. On my own. Reducer buttons is still sleeping. That means everything's going well. Reducer buttons gets excited before something bad happens. So we're 6,000 feet. We're going well. 250 knots. I've got my flap schedule ready here. Miles off flaps 1, go around set, 8 miles, flaps 2, lights. Okay, we'll do that. Frequencies are confirmed. Yeah, okay, good. It's just, if you're doing nothing, you feel like you should be doing something, They just sit here and chat about their day. The two guys in front of the airplane. I've got my QNH set. Yeah. Oh no, it's on standard. I knew there was something. I knew it. I knew there was something. I knew it. I felt bad 1027. I felt bad. There's something I should be doing, and it was sitting in the back of my head, and that was way back. And I remember thinking, okay, 9,000 feet is the transition. You see. That's the worst sin. That is a cardinal sin. That is an absolute cardinal sin. Now I'm disappointed with myself. And that's why they have a sterile cockpit. Because the amount of chit-chatting and looking over at the screens, and you know, it's incredible to see if you're distracted whilst flying an aircraft. Now, I don't fly these in the real world, but you know, you don't chit-chat, maybe a bit in the cruise, but on descent you're not talking, you're not chit-chatting, even though you're both sitting there silent, because that'll happen. And you go, Jesus, we forgot to set the QNH because we were talking about Bessie.
2,500.
And that's recorded. That's recorded. So when you land to your base, your boss will come out 2,500 feet above the ground. 1,900 feet coming up. I maybe descended a little bit early, did I? You're in trouble because it's recorded and they're going to get a beep beep. You know, you're stuffed. And you've no excuses. Because you didn't have a sterile cockpit. Come on, baby. Let's zoom in a little bit more here. Take a right turn now. Right, we're 1,900 feet. What I expect to do, I want to have the LS button on now. So when I hit LS, I want the glide slope here, and we want to see the two diamonds. The frequency 110.0. Is that the right identifier for it? The identifier is India Alpha Tango Lima, and we've got India Alpha Tango Lima. 24 miles out, we've got plenty of time to go, so that's fine. Then what we're going to do is, once I intercept the glide slope or capture the glide slope, I'm just going to hit the approach button. Now what I should have done, and I didn't seem to do it here, it usually comes here. If I go to flight plan maybe, no, performance. Yeah, it says initiate approach phase. I'm not too sure. I think that slows you down earlier on, but I'm going to initiate the approach phase now. Can't remember when you actually activate that. But it's activated now. And that'll slow you down to 250, I know that much. But we're slowing down now anyway. So all is good, the airport's out here somewhere. So I did overestimate the approach, but not by much. Well, maybe we should be at 3,000 feet here, shouldn't we? So I'm a little bit low, I was a little bit early. I didn't take a lot of care with that calculation, but it's a rule of thumb. Do you know, the Airbus wouldn't allow you to descend below 1,900 feet if you have your everything set up correctly. So again, I would have set it to 3,000 feet if I had in advance knew this and looked at the plates. But I didn't look at the plates at all. Of course I didn't. So, you know, that'll come with time. So, you know, all these constraints have to be taken care of. So I know a lot of streamers are very good at this because, you know, they'll go stum on the approach. They'll actually stop any bing bings coming in for people subscribing and stuff like that. You know, and they'll just concentrate on it and they want to do it right, and I understand that. So for the go around we have to have medium brakes. I want to arm the spoilers for landing. What was it? Did I miss that on the checklist here? Oh, I forgot to mention. Yeah. Auto brake also is on anti-skid, that's fine. So auto brake's on record. I'm just ahead of myself a little bit here now because, you know. So now I'm going to record this landing. I'm still using Flight Recorder at the moment, which is free in flightsim.to. So I'm going to record it from here to get our landing. So don't forget. It's recording. Okay, great. So that's that done. Good stuff. So the Twitch stream doesn't appear to have crashed. But I'm getting something new here. It looks like I'm getting the chat. Or are you chatting on? Yeah. Yeah, okay. I getting the chat on both? You know, because normally you get the chat from Twitch on Streamlabs, and you get the chat from YouTube and YouTube. So I have two windows open here. And are they matching up? I don't know what matching up. Pity. But some comments seem to be repeating themselves. Now Karen's last comment there, talking to Davo, about talking about wanting to live somewhere warm. I think Davo's Australian. Yeah? Davo's Australia. So, yeah, anyway, that's not your concern. You don't need to worry about those things. I'm babbling on. Okay. We've got the localizer here. We're 11 miles out. We're waiting for the glide slope. It's going to be quick. It's going to happen fast. In fact, I could almost do the whole thing manually. I'll activate the autopilot, and then what we'll do is we'll land. I won't switch off the engines. I'll do the replay, and then we'll have a look at my landing. And you can tell me if you think what you think. There's the runway there. There's the runway for the scenery I paid for. I paid for the scenery because I'm hoping to do lots of flights around Europe and America, so I just want to have a couple, you know, of good sceneries for you guys whenever the mother of God I get to do this midweek. So, all good. Okay, good. Okay. I'm sitting here fat, dumb and happy. 10 miles out. Flaps 1. Go around altitude is... Where can you set it now? Well, we'll just say 2,000, 3,000 feet for it. Hopefully it won't start climbing again. Let's say go around altitude 3,000 feet. Altitude set. Still waiting for the glide slope. 8 miles, flaps 2, and a bit later. Flaps 2, 160 knots. And flaps 2, landing gear down. Landing gear's coming down. Let's get the eye candy here for the gear. Gear down. Oh, god damn it. This is gonna mess me up, folks. Here comes the gear. Oh. I may have switched off the autopilot there, the Xbox to control. Autopilot's off. Go on manual. You see, what happened there? Oh, manual. What happened there was I hit the Xbox controller. That's 3. And it was such a nudge from the movement of the aircraft to switch off the autopilot. So I'm going to get back on track manually now. That can happen with a severe gust of wind in the real thing, I understand. So I'm going for 800 feet a minute. And I have it set up. And I don't have everything set up correctly for this at all. For manual. Because I need a heading. Oh, there it is. There's the heading there. Okay. Okay. There we go. Let's go back to 700 feet a minute or 6 or 5 there for the moment. Let's get it on. These are the 2 diamonds I'm looking at here. Glide slope and the localizer. A bit off the center line there. Maybe my eyes got a bit of a lot. I shouldn't be looking outside at all actually, but I'm kind of visual here. It's either visual or it's IFR. And down, down. There we go.
500.
Too low terrain.
Continue.
Too low terrain.
That's going up because I haven't got full flaps. Full flaps now. Here's down.
400.
Here's down. Lights.
Minimum.
All that kind of stuff have to go on. I can't do it now. There we go. I'm right on it now. I'm right on it. Letting go of the hands. Letting go of my hands. I shouldn't have to do anything. That's what you want. You just want it just right. 300 feet.
200.
There we go. Hand on the throttles. Ready for reverse.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Pitchy, very pitchy. Burst dust. Oh, it's very pitchy. What's going on there? The nose is going down like a yo-yo. I think it's 60 or 80 to take the reverse off. Come on, let's keep the momentum going. Don't stop, Gripper Sip. Don't stop. Don't stop. What? Come on. What have I done here? Flaps not in takeoff config. Flaps. Oh, that's because I added the power maybe. I had the spoilers armed. But I can't move forward now, folks. I can't move forward. I'm stuck. This happens to me the odd time. Flaps up. This is what happens. I think it was hit the C button or something. Or I may have hit the... That's very strange. I'm just stuck here now, folks. Come on. The parking brake is off. Oh, that's a bug. I had the spoilers armed. When I disarmed the spoilers, it started moving again. I don't know what happened there. That's the first time that's happened. I just didn't want to stop, you know. I wanted to come off the runway nice and neatly, you know, get my parking space. Let's have a look at the landing. Let's just get to the parking area first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here. I'm going to stop here. Get directions to where I should be parking. I'll hold here. Oh god, the passengers will be falling all over the place today. Parking brake on. Let's get to the radio here. So this is, if I was in VATSIM now and they said taxi Alpha Bravo Charlie Pass Lima for Parking Bay, whatever, I wouldn't know where to go. So what? I have to go very slowly. So this thing here, yeah, I think before I go onto that VATSIM, I'll have to get to know the airport. So just go nice regional airports that don't have tons of taxiways. Yeah, to make it easy for myself. What am I doing? I'm going to talk to the radio. And let's find out where we're going to park. This is the bit it's just embarrassingly it's just terrible. Tune to ground. What? I want a taxi. Taxi to nearest parking? No. Request talking to gates. It'll give me, acknowledge the request, it'll give me baby wheels. Let's move forward. Park brake off. And let's have a look around the Silvery Airport. 14 quid, 14 euros. I might make this one of the places I go to, you know, Wednesday. I have it in my head, I want to do this midweek, you know. But trying to get it. See, if I say to you, you know, Wednesdays, and then I've changed that, and that's not going to work. It has to be like the Sunday stream. It has to be forever. It has to be set in stone. There we go. I do notice that you've got to be very... There's a lot of momentum with the rudder pedals, and I think that'd be the same with the real thing, wouldn't it? So I'm putting in left rudder, for example, and it's taking a while for it to happen. But now, this is a pay-where airport, and I have to say, it does look like it's somewhere hot. It does, you know, the asphalt looks very weathered with the sun. So do the markings. See the yellow markings? They're not like it's new. This is great. Impressed. I'm impressed so far. Oh, there's the awkward cough. Okay, let's come around here. Oh, are we crossing the road? Oh man, I've got to get used to these rudder pedals now. It's changed quite a bit. See, I'm putting in left rudder there and it's still going right. Do you know, is that similar to the real thing? I'm probably taxiing way too fast as well. But we are going over a bridge. Wow. Wow, wow, look at that. It's over a motorway and a train track. That is, wow, I didn't know that about Athens. I've not been. That looks really good. And it looks really, the whole airport, just taxiing back in gives you a sense of being there. Being somewhere else, you know. Let's see a little bit. I mean, it is pretty well detailed, so I'm walking around there. I love the way they do that. That's really impressive. So once again, I got a long taxi. So the Twitch stream, I believe, is still going. We'll have a look at that now. So the Twitch stream hasn't crashed on us, folks. So I think the bitrate issue, I had too much bitrate. Now the problem is, don't stop, Clipper. Now the problem is that 720p issue. This all happened since I had to rebuild my entire PC. I rebuilt the whole thing. So I'll fix that. That'll happen tomorrow, and I'll probably do another test stream. I'll have to do another test stream. I have to get this working for Sunday, and folks, there's no doubt about that. And it's going to work for Sunday. Of course, I'll probably get everything working for Sunday, right? This is what happens. You know it. You know it. Get everything working, and I'll be delighted. And then Sunday, yeah, I'll get on. I'll be streaming, and it won't work for Twitch. It usually does when I put in a lot of effort. Things do work. Look at that detail, folks. Look at that. Look at all the KLMs there. There's Fallen Up. Thanks for coming with me, Fallen Up. And Johnny F. Who else is there? We'll hop out and have a look. Oh, sorry. Jittery there. It does look really impressive. This is very impressive. I'm glad I bought this airport. I'm trying to keep my head still now. In fact, if I switch off the tracking, it appears to be a little smoother, doesn't it? This is a huge airport. Well, Athens, I suppose, you know, it's in that area. What a long taxi. Oh, here we are. There's an awkward cough again. There's the awkward cough. I would never have found this now. You know. Don't stop! Keep them up. What's going on here? What? Let's go. Oh my God, it's going nuts. Come on. Nice and slowly, please. Oh, man. Nice and slowly. There's the guy with the sticks. There's DCX Stocks doing a flyby, a celebratory flyby. There's the guy, and I got to go really slowly now here. I love this bit, right? There's Charlie with the sticks there. What, Charlie? He says, "Come on, come on, come on." I don't want to go. I don't want to knock him. I don't want to knock him down. Right, Charlie? Do you really want me to go that close? And stop. Parker brake on. And there we go, folks. Let's get rid of these passengers, please. Let's get rid of these. I'm going to have a look at the replay now of the landing. Let's get my camera ready first. Oh no, I had the C button pressed. That may be the problem. That has caused me problems. You've got to in order to control. You see, what happens is, if I want to use the views, right, with this, it's great. I can do all my views with the controller. But if I want to move the aircraft or something, if I press the C button, it'll move the aircraft. That's what happened to me. That's why the autopilot disconnected. And sometimes I might press the C button by mistake, and weird things happen on the ground. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Let's just get the old gate here. and all the peeps and all the vans and all that kind of stuff. Do you know what? Do you ever find it amusing as well, folks, that when you're on the real thing, they tell you, don't get up yet. You know? Everybody gets up. Everybody gets up. And they wait in the aisles for like 10 minutes. What's the point of standing for 10 minutes when you don't need to? Why would you do that? They're all standing there with their bags, cluttering up the aisles. Just sit down and just look at your phone. You know? I'm just complaining. I don't like the box. I don't like the baby wheels. It saddens me. Now, okay, let's have a quick look around the airport. I think the frame rates. Yeah. Well, the airplane was fine. It taxied in, but when I'm moving the camera here, it's a bit stuttery. Let me declutter here. Let me say hello to everyone. There's Boston Elf. I do remember Boston Elf. Fallen up. AEE. I'm not too sure. Unless you're new. No Need Reaper. Davo. Boston Elf, Davo, Skyhawk, I recognize. Lonely Reaper, welcome. Don't forget, folks, if you want to join us, join me and the sim. UCS Ducks. Wild Titan, I'm not too sure. Johnny F73, Wild Titan might be new. I think Wild Titan was with us before. Forgive me, Wild Titan, if you're with us. Now it's quite smooth, you know. But look at the detail of this airport. This is, I bought this on the, press the brakes to disable auto brakes, Johnny F73. Okay, so because I had auto brakes on, it probably stops the aircraft. I don't know. But look at the detail of this. You can tell this isn't any old nonsense. You can see inside. Look, can I go inside here? Oh wow! Now, it was not too far away. You know, when you put up at the gate, you'll see people. See that? You know, when you're pulled up here at the gate here, right? Your nose would be about here. Oh, they got people that are moving around inside. I was just about to say that. Now, if you're pulled up at the gate here, right, then that's brilliant. And wow, I was going to say, one day, right, they'll have people. So the nose would be here, for example, right, and you'll see people moving around. I was just about, you know, in the windows, and I was just about to say, one day they'll have that, but they have it now. Who are these people who designed this? This is the only Athens airport for a Microsoft Flight Simulator. And this, look inside the windows here, folks. Ah, look at now. That is what I call how scenery should be made. You know, that's where the likes of wrks should be now, doing this. They should be the head of the game because they've been around for years and they don't do any of this. This is. I want to advertise for these guys now. These guys, damn it if I can remember the name of them, but they're the only Athens add-on on the Microsoft Store. This is incredible. Let's have a look and see it. She looks scary. Jesus. Yeah. But still, it's not about the graphics of the people. It's about looking out of the stand, isn't it? Where am I now? Where am I? I'm down here, aren't I? That's me there. My baby wheels, right? So, I just parked the wrong gate. But there is people. Look, there's a person there, look. Now, what's that look like at night time? What does that look like at night time? Let's make it night time. We're going to have a look at the replay. I just got sidetracked there. We're going to have... let's put night time. Can I see the people in the windows at night time? Oh my god, look at that. They are just that little ambience there, you know. I would like to make a video of this, you know, saying this is how it should be done. So when you're sitting in the cockpit, you know, doing your stuff and waiting for the radios and whatnot, you'll see shadows walking by. I did not know they had this. That's very, very good. See the person walking by there? Very impressive. Let's continue looking around. Let's see what else we can find at this amazing airport. I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll show you the replay. Okay. and then we'll come back to the airport. How about that? Let's get back to daytime. Let's get the golden hair going, will we? Right there, right? Right there. Let's get the replay out here. First time chat from viewer from T3AMGESEIST. Orbex. I don't think this is an Orbex scenery. No, Orbex never have anything of this quality. Fly Tampa, that's it. Thank you, T3. Can I call you 3T? T3, thank you. It's Fly Tampa. This airport's from Fly Tampa. Thanks for looking that up, mate. I appreciate that. Fly Tampa, I'm going to make a video for them. Just because it does take me a long time to make these videos with the eye candiness. But this is the kind of thing we're looking for, folks, isn't it? This kind of detail. You know, I'm excited about that. We'll come back to that. Let's have a look at the replay. I'm going to come back to the airport and, and have another look around. Stopping recording. And I go to the replay. I'm going to go forward a little bit. I'm going to pause it.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
Now we're going to see the bit where I disconnected. Right, we're going to have a look and see. I'm going to go back a bit. And we see a jolt, right? We're seeing replay. Decluttering. Let's go outside. Now, I was on the... oh, the door's open. That's because... yeah. I go this side. That was on autopilot. Well, you see a big jolt because what I did is I hit the C button and then I controlled the airplane. Like a silly Billy. T3, thank you for following, T3. Amigust, is it T3? I'm going to call it... it's easier to say T3. I know that's some sort of clever... I know it's a clever... there's the bump. See, that's when I went off the autopilot. So I went manual from here on out. So T3, thank you very much for following. I appreciate it. And oh my god, oh sorry, I missed... how did I miss that? 4 minutes ago, Mark Darko has been a member for 13 months. Happy New Year, Gripper Sim. He says, I'm late, I know. That's okay. Mark Darko, yeah, so you've been a member for over a year, Mark. Wow. Mark is one of the first people who membered me on YouTube a year ago, and has been a watcher of the madness since. Do you know? So Mark Darko, 1 year, well done. 13 months. Now here we go. Is it a bit dark to see the landing? The door's open. I took off once and the door was open. Everything went so well. You know, I was so pleased with myself. And I said, you know, I'm getting really good at this, guys. You can see I'm improving because, you know, as you know, you all taught me how to fly it. And I was going, yeah, I'm doing really well. And I panned around and I think I'm getting good at this. And then the door was open. Ah! Yes, it killed all the passengers. You know, they're all sucked out. You know? But that's open now purely because I'm at the gates. The recorders don't work very well yet. The Microsoft one, you have to have developer mode and it's fiddly. You know, they really need to get that going. So I'm manual all the way down here. I'm a little bit high. You can see the poppies here. You can see the poppies. And the lighting of this airport's lovely, by the way. Look at that. It's realistic. So it's a little bit low. Or is it my actual camera? Yeah, it's a little bit low, just by one, but that's okay. I thought I got right on it at one point. No, I'm definitely too low. So I was just a little bit low. Oh yeah, yeah, not good. Not as far as I'm concerned, anyway. Now let's have a look at the touchdown. Let's have a look at that touchdown. I'm on the touchdown markers though. You know, why am I too low? That's fine. Look. Oh, maybe a bit. There we go. 3, 2. Oh, I ballooned a little bit, didn't I? Boom. I bounced. It was very pitchy, wasn't it? Look at the nose gear. I remember it being really pitchy. Look how pitchy it is. Look, it's up and again. I don't know what's going on there, folks, because normally I have no problem landing these. Now the reverse thruster did come out. It's just not animating it and recording. Yeah, not the best landing in the world. A little bit messy. I don't know why. It just seems so pitchy. You know, you just hold the wheel and let the wheel come down on its own, but no. So I think with the controls of this, what's happened to... It used to be so much easier to fly than this. I'm going to go back to the windows here and pause it. I'll go back to the airfield there. There we go, and just stop it there. So, yeah, the rudders seem to have a lot of momentum to them, and maybe it's just being more realistic, you know, on passengers. Let's see where we go. So there you go. Let's have a look around this airport a little bit before we go, folks. Johnny F says thanks for the stream. Had to go for dinner. I'm off now, but it was great fun. No worries, Johnny F. We're pretty much finishing up now anyway. Trit says, what's an open door amongst friends? Yeah, we keep that one quiet, will we? Just don't mention that ever again. I shouldn't have mentioned it, actually. I'm just, you know, I don't say all the good things I do. I'm just saying about all the mistakes. It's shocking. So Flight Tampa made this, folks. Flight Tampa. Look at all those lovely cars. Wow, there's a lot to this. This little thing here. It's a pity. Maybe I'm asking for too much. All the car parks here. There should be cars in here, shouldn't there? Do you know? I mean, how much do they do? You know, how much? This should be full of cars. I'm just being, you know what I'm like, right? This is full of cars, so that's great. But all the details they've got in here, you know, Athens. Look at the little doors they have here. Flight Tampa, you know. Oh, they got the moving flags, right? They got the flags moving. Flight Tampa, well done. And the guy walking out. So Flight Tampa are on my list, folks. If I see something Flight Tampa, I'm buying it. If I have the money. But if I see it from Flight Tampa, it's going. My money will depart. You know, I wonder, is it because of the wind? I wonder if I change. If I were to change the wind, right? No, the flags keep doing that. Okay, it's not going to make a difference. But anyway, they got the flags moving, which is great. Nothing worse than seeing flags just still in motion, because lots of people wandering around. They can't have too many people wandering around because it'll kill your frame rates. There's a hotel over there. You know, a bit of life. You know, why don't you just cross the road, mate? Don't stand there like, you know. Yeah, buses and all. You know, very, very impressive. Very impressive. That really is very impressive. What else can I see in here? Ooh, very fancy. Look at this. Little lights. There's a train. Now, there will be trains in this. I wonder if the train move. Well, I wouldn't expect it to. But they've even got the train going on here. They've even got the train. There's DCS Ducks in the chopper. Is that DCS? Okay, I better get the name right there. I better make sure I'm not... Is it DCS Ducks in the chopper? I can't get your... And he's landing in the roof. Is he landing in the roof? It does, the detail is amazing. Now, the frame rates seem nice now. It's nice and smooth. There's nothing wrong with that. They got the odd Jeep here. Since they come down here for some reason, that it starts to get slightly choppy. It wouldn't bother me normally. It's just that I'm streaming. Do you know? Tower. Oh, that's that was T3. And it didn't show you. Sorry about that, folks. What's going on there? Why didn't it... Lonely Reaper. Oh, Lonely Reaper 97 resubscribed to Prime for 10 months. Thanks for the amazing 10 months. I'm looking forward to many more. Thank you so much, Lonely Reaper. Lonely Reaper is one of the very early followers of the channel. You know? I think before I started even streaming Lonely Reaper, wasn't it? It was even before I started streaming. So that's great. Thank you so much. And Marco Darko, member for 13 months. Brilliant. 7 minutes ago, T3, I said that. T3, thank you. Oh, look at this. This is great for making videos, folks. Do you know? For the old views and stuff. Yes, it is DCS Ducks the Hawk. You know, look at that. Fly Tampa. You know? That is high quality. You know? That is seriously good. I wasn't expecting all... Look at the colours of the lights of the airport. You know? It's just... incredible. I'm very excited about this. I'm very pleased. Have I looked in here? Now, I wouldn't be surprised, or could they do it? I don't know if they could. If they had, you know, they have the train simulators. I wouldn't be into train simulator. I don't know. I don't really get. I think it'd be just too boring. But apparently, there's something about these train, you know, truck simulators and train simulator. There is a thing with those, and people say, you know, it's something oddly relaxing about it. They say, right, about the train simulators, and truck simulators and stuff like that. But my thought was, will they integrate it with Flight Simulator? You know, that was Tritz. Resubscribe tier 1 for 4 months. Tritz, thank you very much. This is a great end to a stream. This is all very positive, but it's a test stream to boot, and it's at 720p. Thank you so much for your confidence, because it's going to be working. You know, it's going to be working in 1080p. I mean, I went great lengths to get. I had guys come in here putting up poles and stuff. I think I have in one of my videos. They're putting poles up and wires over the house, off the road, to get the highest internet. You know, so I have the internet to get. I could probably stream in 4K, I would imagine, with the speed I have. You know, 100 upload. You know, gigabyte download. So it's the best you can get. I don't think you can get any better than that. There's another hangar there. There's an aircraft in there. So this is all very good. So I'm just going to make my way down past now the main runway, and then we'll quit. Or we'll leave it. So just to show you the Flight Tampa's Athens airport. So Flight Tampa, I might, if you want to stick around and have a look and see what else they have, I'm going to do that anyway. I want to see what Flight Tampa have, because if they're building airports of this quality, I'm interested. I'm interested, most certainly. Look at all this stuff here. Now normally I wouldn't. Oh, there's IKEA. Don't you just love IKEA? Do you know? Don't go to IKEA unless you have lots and lots of money, because it's gonna. IKEA, they're geniuses at making you part your money. You know. What's the store here? I'm getting hungry now. I can't pronounce it. There's a supermarket. But just the overall, I know we don't usually walk around the airports, right? It's a flight simulator, right? But it's when you're on, it's that moment when you're on final. Like when you're on final, say here. You know, you're coming in here. It's a funny one. You know, I'll declutter there for a minute. And look at the lighting now. You know, you're on final, and that's what it's about. It's about the detail. And when you're taxiing around, and when you're moving up to the gates to see people moving around in the shadows and stuff. And that is an airport. That is absolutely stunning. The detail is shocking. Well done, Flight Tampa. I purposely stuck around here for a little bit because I was so impressed with the people walking by the windows. If anyone sees this and you're looking for sceneries and you don't know, because there's a lot of dodgy ones out there, you know, and you don't know which ones to buy. Now I can see if it says Flight Tampa, you know it's a good buy. So I just thought I'd give them a shout out. I know there's not a lot of people watching this afternoon, but I'm going to be mentioning this on Sunday. This will be mentioned on Sunday, folks. Yeah. A hype train is close, it's telling me. Oh, okay. Oh, it's only 15 seconds left anyway. What are you going to... But thank you very much, folks. That's great. So, look at that. Wow. That just looks stunning. Can't get over it. Okay, well, I suppose you can search for Flight Tampa. Will I have a look in there and see what we can get for Flight Tampa? Will I come out before we go? Let's do that then. Let's go and see what Flight Tampa has, and then we can call it quits. Main menu. Let's go to the store and see what they have. Producer Buttons is fast asleep. Sorry, I left the camera on there. I shouldn't have left that on. I don't normally want to leave that on on finals, and I left it on. Sorry about that, folks. Let me know if you want to get that camera shut down. Producer Buttons is fast asleep. The store, right? So let's see what Flight Tampa have. I'm very curious about this. Full catalog, and you can search by creator, can't you? So let's go to category. Oh no, creators. Creators. Let's go to F. Come on, Flight Tampa. Where's Fly Tampa? Oh, Fly Tampa, here it is. It's right in front of me. They have 1, 2, 3, 4. So they have Sydney, Kingsford, Copenhagen, and Athens and Las Vegas. So 4. So I don't care that they don't have that many, because obviously they take the time and it takes a long time for them to make it. But it's absolutely fantastic. Installed. Those 2 installed. I bought those already. Updated, installed. So I have all Fly Tampas except for Sydney. Who's to know? Who's to know, folks? Fly Tampa. Wow. So there they are. They got 4 of them. And there you go. So, folks, thank you very much. Sydney looks... Do you want to have a look at some of the pictures of Sydney? Sydney. I didn't know I had so many airports. I didn't know I had Fly Tampa. Who's to know? So, you know, if you see Fly Tampa, there you go. That's Sydney there. That's a pity about the roads, isn't it? But don't worry about that. Frame rates, you got to think of frame rates, so they have to too. That's good detail there. That's good. Oh, the shark. That's inside. So they got the this one. They have the inside, but they don't appear to have any people yet. I think that must be the latest. Custom light units and dynamic light. Oh, really? Look at this. Look at this, folks. Wow. Look at the lighting on the ground. Look at that. I'll make a video about Fly Tampa. Just to be nice. No? At some point. Just to be nice. Just make a video. Give them a shout out. And I look at the airports in great detail and do a little review of them all. I only have one more to buy, don't I? That's fantastic. There we go. So yeah, pretty good. Fly Tampa. Happy days. So folks, I'm delighted you all decided to come and join us. Davo saying same type of car in car park there. Must be a rental. Sydney does look nice, Davo. It does. It does indeed. So you know what, folks? There you go. Thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry I didn't give you advance notice. It's not. I just want to get the stream fixed. I'm going to fix that 720p issue. I'm going to have 1080 on Twitch, but at least it's working without crashing and stopping. So I'm going to fix that tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be on again before Sunday. I need to get that fixed to have 1080p for all those of you who are subscribed and whatnot. Because 720p isn't it just ain't cricket, folks. So I'll see you very, very soon. And thank you very much, everybody, for subscribing and following and your memberships on YouTube and everything. And I'll see you again this week for sure, definitely before Sunday. And hopefully I'll give you a little bit more notice this time on the Discord. I will give you more notice. So thanks very much, and I'll see you soon. For me and Producer Buttons, have a great rest of your week.